If you're a fan of the old G.I. Joe, you're going to love what we have for you in the next auction. This is some great G.I. Joes, and I'm going to walk you through each one, show you the condition and quality so you can judge for yourself. First up is Falcon from 1987. We're going to show you right there a little looseness in the elbows and in the waist, but the main important thing here is, I do want to point out, he has a broken crotch. Sadly, that happens with a lot of these figures, but with an older one like this one from 1987, we thought we'd throw him in anyway. It came from the consignor that way, so that you can maybe swap out some parts. The rest is looking pretty good. A little bit of elbow cracking, but otherwise, pretty fantastic piece for your collection. Also from 1987, a figure that often did have a broken crotch, but luckily this one didn't, is Crazy Legs. The reason for that is because he came with that parachute, and that often ends up resulting, because the kids are pulling that legs apart to put them on, he can often end up breaking, but this one is in pretty good shape. The joints are a little bit loose, and again, that's also from manipulating him to get him in that parachute, but otherwise, he is a great figure. Check this one out. This is Psych Out from 1987. If you look at the photos in the catalog, you will see he does come with quite a bit of his accessories. We don't show them in this video because we're just showing you how he moves. We can't do that in the catalog photos, so we try to do it in these videos. You can see he has a loose waist. You wouldn't see that in the still photo, so that's why we do these. You can see his arms are looking pretty good. Head is looking pretty good with that ball joint. It's just the waist, and that can always be fixed out with a new O-ring. Gung Ho from 1983, an early version of Gung Ho. Same thing here. He's got a little bit looseness in that waist. I'd say more so than the previous. He does have some waist issues, as you can see right there, but that's easily fixed with a new O-ring, or you just plop them in a vehicle. A lot of folks tend to just display these anyway, so not a big deal, but if you plan on playing with it, you might want to change that out. We've got loose waist on this one as well. This is Quick Kick. I did want to point out the knees on that Gung Ho as well. A little looseness in those knees. But this guy right here, yeah, his O-ring is on its last days. And we always say we will do our best. Of course, we put them in a padded envelope and then put that inside the box when we ship it to you, just to keep them tight and compressed so it doesn't fall. But you never know. If it's the last day for that O-ring, it's the last day for that O-ring. At some level, there's nothing you can do. You see sometimes AFA graded figures, and even there, the O-ring is just finely degraded. So be aware of that when we ship it to you. But as of right now, at the moment that we have photographed him, the joints are okay, except for that waist, which is just a little bit loose, which is great because it lets him dance. And then finally, we've got Pathfinder going all the way back to 1990. Looking all around pretty good on this one. Gonna spin him around so you can see front and back. Get a good look at that paint job, those paint applications. Somebody spent a lot of time putting that camouflage on them, so we want you to be able to see it. And then we'll get right into the joints. Start with the arms. Looking pretty good. Good movement on those. The legs. We always show you the inside of the legs. Why? I don't know. We also often show you the bottoms of the feet. If you were here in the gallery looking at it yourself, you might be interested in those. You might want to know. Since you can't be here, we do the next best thing. We'll show you that head as he rocks out. If you like what you saw here, head on over to TheBigToyAuction.com. Leave your bids today.